Hello Year 2, it's Miss Moore here again today, and I am here with your phonics lesson. And today's date is Friday the 5th of March. We are going to start our phonics lesson today by practicing the spelling of some different Year 2 common exception words. So I'm going to read the 8 different words that you're going to practice spelling today. So we have improve, move, prove, whole, any, many, half, and money. So let's read them again together. Improve, move, prove, whole, any, many, half, and money. So you're going to practice spelling those words, and then you might want to challenge yourself to see if you can choose 2 of those different words and write them in a silly sentence. And once you've done this, you can move on to the main part of our lesson today. So we are going to be continuing to learn about suffixes again today. So yesterday we were learning how to add the suffix full, F-U-L. Now remember, a suffix goes on the end of a root word, and it's like a little group of letters that we add onto the end. So today we are learning about the suffix less, L-E-S-S. Now, what does the suffix less mean? Well, it means the opposite of full. So it's the opposite of the suffix that we were doing yesterday. So less means having none or without. So not having anything, basically. So here's an example. If we have the root word hope and we add our suffix less onto the end, it becomes hopeless. Okay, so if you had a lot of hope, but then something happened, you might feel a bit hopeless. So it means that you might not have a lot of hope. Here are some more examples. So if we have the root word use, and you add the suffix less onto the end, it becomes useless. Okay, so we looked at the word yesterday, useful. That means where something has lots of use. And because this suffix is the opposite, so less is the opposite to full, it means that it's useless. So that means that it doesn't have a lot of use. Our root word is pain. Add less equals painless. So that means that something might not have a lot of pain. But if something was painful, if it was the opposite, that means that it would have a lot of pain. And care is our root word. When we add the suffix less on the end, it becomes careless. So if somebody is careless, that means that they don't really care. But if somebody is careful, that means that they want to avoid doing something wrong. So now it's going to be your turn to have a go at adding the suffix less onto the end of some different words. So here are some different words that you're going to add the suffix onto the end of. Fear, thought, speech, harm, power, hope, job, life, home, and breath. Okay, so you're going to add the suffix onto the end of all of these different words on here. And remember that that suffix less is the opposite to full. Okay, so if you were speechless, that means that you don't really have anything to say. Okay? And then when you've done those, you might want to choose a couple of different words and write them in some different sentences. If not, you can just go straight on to today's challenge in phonics. Now the challenges today is, can you choose the correct adjective and write it in a sentence? Now let's have a look at that word adjective. Can you tell your grown-up or the screen or your teacher what is an adjective? What does an adjective mean? That's right, so an adjective is a describing word. So if you look here, there are 3 different sentences and you have got to choose the right word that goes in the missing space. Okay, so number 1 says, Vilne didn't like the melon. She thought it was, is it going to be tasteful or tasteless? So is it going to have lots of taste or not much taste? Balbir helps her mum with the housework. She is very, is it going to be helpful or is it going to be helpless? Is she going to be lots of help or is she not going to be a lot of help? And number 3, Isaac wasn't frightened of the snakes. He was. Is it going to be fearful or fearless? So is it going to have lots of fear or not have lots of fear? So you've got to decide on those 3 different sentences which is the right word that goes on the end. Have lots of fun. Remember to send any of your completed work to your teachers for us to see how you've been getting on. Bye for now.